Hello everybody. At this video, we're going to talk about the solving equation with a combined operation. So in previous videos, we learned how to solve the equation by using addition method, subtraction method, and multiplication and division method. And there are several different type of equation that x is in the same side, more than one x is in the same side, and x is on both sides, and there is a parenthesis. So we learn all those things. Now, at this video, we're gonna combine all of them, and then we're gonna do more practice on solving an equation. Okay? So, on number one, you have 2x minus 6 equals 4. So when you have a question like this, we try to solve for x. So that means x on the only one on the left side of the equal sign. Everything else move to the other side of the equal sign by doing inverse operation. So usually the first thing you do with a question like this is you have to get rid of numbers that next to x in the same side. So you have 2x minus 6. So you're doing inverse of minus 6, which is adding 6 in both sides. So in that way, you have 2x alone with a 10. And then you rewrite one more time, so not to get confused with the previous one. And then divide both sides by number in front of x. Okay, so x become 5. Number 2, what if you have 7x 15, 7x plus 15, and equals to 2x plus 20. So this is case when you have x in both sides of equal sign. Then the rule is try to remove the smaller x by doing opposite or inverse operation in both sides. So you got 5x plus 15 becomes 20. And then it looked like previous question. So now you removed number with x. Okay, I made a small boo here. So you have to do both sides on minus 15. Then 5x become 5. Write one more time and divide both sides by 5. So x become 1. Number 3, this is another type. You have 9x minus 5 and minus 2x. And at the other side of equal sign, you have another bunch of x's, which is 3x plus 15. Plus 2x. Then you combine the like terms, which is 9x minus 2x, give you 7x. So you can rewrite this one as a 7x minus 5 for the left side of equal sign. And the right side of equal sign, you have a like term again. And 3x with the 2x makes 5x plus 15. Now you have x's in both sides. So you have to combine them. Then which one do you move? Smaller x. So you do minus 5x and minus 5x on this side as well. Then if you do that, you end up with 2x minus 5 equal to 15. Now plus 5x both sides to makes x alone. Now you end up with a 2x equals 20. And divide 2 in both sides. Then you end up with x equal 10. So now try this practice on your own by doing exercise 1. So pause your video, do this 4 questions, check your answer with the answer key in the back. Pause the video and do this 4 questions now. Practice make it perfect. So now previous question has 3 different type of equations. We learned that. Now this example is one with the parentheses. So the whole idea is if there is some number like this question in front of parentheses, what you do is you distribute them, right? So you multiply 3 with a 2x and plus 3 with a negative 4. Okay, so that's why you're doing it. So 3 with a 2x is 6x plus, and 2 with a negative 4 is negative 12. So again, going back to this question, 3 with the 2x is 6x, plus 3 with a negative 4 is negative 12. And 5 with the x is 5x, plus, and 5 with the negative 2 is negative 10. And then you combine the like term because you have many x's in the left side and many numbers in the right side. So if you combine 2x with the 6x, you get 8x minus 12 become minus 10 with the plus 10. They cancel out. So you end up with 5x. Once you have a 8x minus 12 equal 5x, you have x in the left side and x in the right side of equal sign. So you have to move smaller x. So which one is smaller x? 5x is smaller x. So you subtract 5x in both sides. So 8x minus 5x become 3x. And 5x minus 5x equals 0. So you end up with 3x minus 12 become 0. So once you have a 3x minus 12 equals 0, you do plus 12 in both sides to get rid of negative 12 here. And then 3x, this 2 cancel out. 3x equals 12. Divide both sides by 3. X become 4. Okay, so that's your final answer. Now, so it's a little trickier, but you can handle it. Next one is you have a number in front of a parenthesis, but you have a negative number there. So what do you do? Well, same thing. You multiply negative 2 times 2x, which become negative 4x, and plus negative 2 times negative 3, that become positive 6. So you end up with a negative 4x plus positive 6 on the left side of equal sign. And the right side, negative 3 times 3x become negative 9x. Plus negative 3 times negative 2 become positive 6. Minus 10. And then you have x in the left side of equal sign and x in the right side of equal sign. You move the smaller value x. Now, which one is smaller one? Negative 9 or negative 4? Yes, negative 9 is smaller because it's far away from 0. So to remove negative 9x, you add 9x in both sides. Then you end up with 5x plus 6 equals 6 minus 10. 6 minus 10 is negative 4. Okay. I hope you remember 6 minus 10 means keep change, right? So if you do keep change, it turns into 6 plus negative 10, right? So you have addition rule now. Do you have the same sign or a different sign? You have a different sign, you subtract. So it becomes 4. And bigger absolute value has negative. So you end up with negative 4. So that's how you got negative 4. So from 5x plus 6 is negative 4, you try to solve for x. So you move plus 6 to the other side by doing negative 6 in both sides. And then you end up with 5x equal negative 10. Okay. Since 5x equal negative 10, you solve for x by dividing 5 in both sides. And 5 and 5 cancel out, x become negative 2. So practice make it perfect. So pause this video, do exercise 2, solve these 4 questions. So pause the video, do the question, and check your answer with the answer key at the bottom of this section. Pause the video and do the work now. Thank you. Now this examples are equation with a fractional. So we call this one as a fractional equation. So whenever you have a fractional equation, one of the way you solve this easily is multiply LCD, least common denominator, to all the terms in both sides, every single terms. So when you have a problem like this in number 1, x divided by 2 minus 3/5, x over 2 minus 3/5 equal 4/10. This is a fractional equation and it looks scary. So what do? You find LCD of 2 and 5 and 10, which is 10, and you multiply this 10 or 10 over 1 because they are all fraction, every single terms. So 10 over 1 times x over 2 minus 10 over 1 times 3 over 5 and 10 over 1 times 4 over 10. Purpose being multiply LCD. If you do that, 2 goes 10 5 times, so you end up with a 5x. So you end up with a 5x. So what happened is fractional equation become regular equation. And 5 goes 36 times. So it become minus 6. And 10 goes into 44 times. So your whole fractional equation turning into 5x minus 6 equal 4. So that was the whole idea of multiplying LCD throughout each term. So it can be this fractional equation converted into normal equation. Because the normal equation, you know how to solve it. Okay, so now you solve the normal equation. To solve for the x, you have to remove 1 with x, which is minus 6 in this case. So plus 6 in both sides. You end up with a 5x equal 10. To solve the x, you divide both sides by 5, so you can have a 1x. Then x become 2. So it's rather simple concept because you change the format of a fractional equation into regular equation by multiplying LCD to each terms. So that's the whole concept. So number 2, you have x of 3 minus 3 over 4 equal 5 over 12. LCD of 3 and 4 and 12 is 12. So you multiply 12 or 12 over 1 to each term. So 12 over 1 times x over 3 minus 12 over 1 times 3 over 4 equals 12 over 1 times 5 over 12. Now when you do that, at the bottom cancel with the numerator, the denominator cancel with the numerator as a 4, because 3 goes 12 4 times. So first term become 4x, minus second term become 4 goes 36 9 times. So it turn into 9. So 4x minus 9 equals 12 goes into 65 times. So this whole scary fractional equation become 4x minus 9 equals 5 as a normal equation. And now you solve this by adding 9 in both sides. So 4x become 14. And then you divide both sides by 4. So x become 14 divided by 4, which is 3.5. Any question on this? No? Okay, great. So it's just converting the fractional equation to normal equation by multiply by LCD. So number 3 is another scary looking equation. 5x plus 2 over 3 minus 3x over 4 equals to 4. You multiply LCD, which is LCD over 3 and 4 is 12, or 12 over 1. So you multiply 12 over 1 with 5x plus 2 over 3 minus 12 over 1 with the 3x over 4 equal 12 over 1 times 4. So when you do that, this 3 goes into 12 4 times. So it looks like 4 times and remained, which is 5x plus 2. And the second term, 4 goes into 12 3 times. So you end up with 3 times whatever the leftover, which is 3x. And then 4 is the same in the last one. 4 is the same as 4 over 1. So 12 times 4 is 48 over 1. Notice that if you have over 1, you can just ignore the denominator and then write the numerator alone. So 48 over 1 become regular 48. Notice that. Okay, so you got 48. Now this is not a fractional equation anymore, regular equation, and then you solve this. What do you do whenever there is a number in front of a parenthesis without any operator? That means it's a multiplication. So you distribute 4 with a 5x, which is 20x, plus 4 with a 2, which ends up with 8, minus 3 with a 3x is 9x, equal 48. Now you have x in both sides, so you combine the x. 20x minus 9x become 11x. So you end up with 11x plus 8 become 48. Take 8 in both sides out. 11x equal 40. Divide both sides by 11. So you end up with x equal 40 divided by 11. Okay. So 40 over 11 turning into this improper fraction, turning into mixed number, 3 and 7/11. Okay. Now everybody pause your video, try these 4 exercises. After that, check your answer with the solution key at the bottom of this section. If you get all right, that's great. If you get wrong, learn from the solutions. Okay. And now pause the video and start doing your work. Thank you. Now, there are next topic is types of equation. We've been doing the equation that we call conditional equation. Because conditional equation is the regular equation that we've been doing it, which have only one solution. So like x equal 5, m equal -2, so you have a one solution. But there are some other type of equation we call identity equation and contradiction equations. Because that the equation somehow x disappeared. Both of them x disappeared, but the remaining become like 2 over 2. 2 is equal to 2. So for example, let's say you have 3x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 2. Now, to solve this equation, is this the equation? Yes, you have an equal sign, so it's an equation. So you have x in both sides, so you try to remove one of the x. So if I minus 3 in both sides, what has happened is that they cancel both of them. Oh my God, this cancel out, you end up with 2 equal 2. So like 2 equal 2 or 0 equal 0 in some other case, or like 9 equal 9. It's always true. 2 is always 2. So it's true for all the x. So in this case, what has happened is there are many x's that satisfy this condition. Okay, you have many solutions, many x value that satisfy this equation. So we call this kind of this type of equation as identity equation. But contradict equation is, so like number one, not that one. Let's say you have 3x plus 2 become, let's say, 3x minus 2. Now, when you have a question like this, is it, first of all, is this the equation? Yeah, you have equal sign. But when you solve this, so try to get rid of 3x in both sides. So try to solve it. Oh my God, x disappears. So you have 2 equals, you left over with the 2 equals to -2. So x disappear in the same way as the identity, but the problem is identity, whatever remaining become equal, left side is equal to right side. But this type of question, left side is never equal to -2. Right side, I mean. So 2 is not equal to -2. 2 is 2. -2 is -2. They are not equal. So whatever the value you have for x, it will never make 2 is equal to -2. So there is that is false statement. Sometimes you end up with 3 equals to 4. How can it be 3 equals to 4? It's a false statement. So there is no x value that makes this happen. So no solution. Compared to identity, it has many solutions that makes 2 equal to 2 is equal to 2. So contrast to identity equation, we call this one as a contradiction equation. Okay, so contradiction equation is the one, I mean, both identity and contradiction, x disappeared, but if remaining value equal to each other, then they are identity equation. But remaining value is not equal to each other, then we call it contradiction equations. So there are 3 types based on the result. If you successfully solve and x equal like one value, one root, one answer, then we call conditional equation. But when x disappeared but remaining result one side equal to the other side, we call identity equation with many solutions. But you have x disappeared, but they never equal of the remaining, we call contradiction type or contradiction equation, where there is no solution that it makes that happen. Okay? So you have to recognize those three types as well. Okay, but what we've been doing so far, we call that as conditional equations. Okay, so now you try next exercise number 2 and pause the video, do this problem, see if this belongs to conditional equation or identity equation or contradiction equation. Okay, one solution or many solution or no solution equation. Okay, please hold the video, pause the video, and do the problem and check your answer with the answer key at the bottom of this section. Thank you. Now, this is a review of solving equations. Remove any group symbols with a distributive property if you have more than one term. Multiply LCD for the equation with a fraction or decimals or decimal fractions. Now, combine the like term on both sides, if any. Apply additional property of equality to make, apply addition and subtraction property of equality to make variable one side and number in the other side, if it apply, and apply multiplication and division property in case there is a number in front of variable. So one side of variable with the coefficient of 1 and other side, and check the solution in original equations. Okay, that's it for this video. We're gonna skip the word problem sections. I will see you in next video. Thank you.